it's us again.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Richelle, and this is Mildly Informed. So, we wanted to talk about some of the dating scenarios that have been happening in our life recently. So, we're right in the middle of cuffing season, and we wanted to talk about how our cuffing season has been going thus far.
Yeah. It's like we're the interviewer and all the applicants just aren't great. I mean, there have been some good applicants, but then they find another job and then
they kind of fall off the face of the earth. You know, they kind of give up on the job, basically. So, kind of just briefly go through what cuffing season is and the history behind it. Is it even a thing? So, for those of you who don't know what cuffing season is, this is pulled from Urban Dictionary. Usually the colder months during fall or winter, when new relationships start and old relationships turn into engagements. So that's one of the definitions. The other one was duration starts after Halloween and ends the day after Valentine's Day. So November 1st through February 15th is typically what is considered cuffing season. And so I found some interesting research from a very reliable source called MTV.com.
they know their stuff.
They do sometimes. So the author of this article was Deepa Lakshman, and I will put all of this information on the screen because I don't want to mispronounce someone's name. But a clinical psychologist by the name of Dr. Wendy Walsh, she says, of course I had to write this down, so we're walking around in DNA that's hundreds of thousands of years old. In our anthropological past, there was less food and resources, and hunter-gatherer survival happened better if you were in a pack. And so if you were coupled up, this increased survival of any offspring that came about out of your coupledom. So a lot of the procreation was happening during the winter, colder months as a result of creating a pack to increase survival possibilities. So
that's weird. So like getting pregnant during the winter time?
Yeah, but then there also is the proof that like most people, what are the months? Most babies are born during July and August.
Okay.
So that leans back to the procreation was happening during the fall and winter.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So there's something to it. Cuffing season is apparently maybe possibly a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that Aaron and I kind of started this discussion back in like
November.
September, October,
Yeah.
when it started to get just a little bit colder.
It was a nice, crisp 60 degrees, and we were like, oh God, it's cold. That's Chicago for you.
We were starting to, close our windows earlier, wrapping up in blankets more frequently. Mm-hmm. The space heaters were turning on a little bit more, and we were starting our dating applications.
Yeah. Which is weird. Have you ever found yourself on the other side of the interview table?
You mean like...
You're the one being interviewed.
I kind of feel like supposedly we're supposed to be interviewing each other if you're dating someone.
Gotcha.
But I don't know, have I ever felt like I was the one where I was being questioned a lot? No, not really. I guess in order for me to be the applicant, I would have to be the aggressor. And
Gotcha.
That's not really my style. I'm usually the interviewer.
Yeah, okay.
Right, interviewer, and they're the interviewee.
Gotcha. I find myself on both sides of the desk, and then like when I'm the interviewee, it's like, nah, this ain't the right job for me.
Yeah.
You are not the right fit for my talents.
No.
But then just dating, like over the recent months, it was like just like a little bit hard, because then I realized that I had to up my requirements each and every time like something went south. My requirements used to be your own place to live, proof of income where taxes come out. And
you have to put that disclaimer in there because.
And then what was the last one? Place to live, proof of income, and reliable transportation. Like, yeah. Like, we live in Chicago, and it's like a transportation hub. We have the CTA,
right,
buses, trains. What else do we have? Lyft and Uber.
I mean, you got Lyft, Uber.
Yeah.
You can walk.
Yeah. So, like, if there's an applicant that says, "Hey, come pick me up," I'm like,
It's not looking all that hot for you and your chances. Back in the fall, I tried dating again, and there were just creepos, or people that were basically only looking for like a hookup situation, and so then that didn't go anywhere. And then there was the person who was like way too ready for a relationship, and I wasn't really on that game either. So I think right now I'm in a space of like, what do I really want right now?
Yeah.
And the answer is, I don't want a relationship right now. So I'm kind of just, I don't know, dipping my toe, swirling it around.
You know, I can honestly say that I'm not looking for a relationship, but if one happens, it happens. I'm not gonna play the whole like, oh my God, I like this guy, but I don't want a relationship. I can't do it. And then run away dramatically.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's exactly what happened, but it was like, that wasn't my intentions at that point in time.
Yeah.
I actually did not want a relationship at that point in time. And I'm still kind of there. I'm just really way more content with being alone right now. And I'm enjoying the being alone part because I have so much more freedom and time to like really focus on my goals and things that I want to do. And you don't really have to consider another person and what they have going on and their needs, etc.
We said that the last video that when we experience things, we want to experience it as ourselves and not like as Richelle and yada yada or Aaron and yada yada.
Exactly.
So, but then I started thinking about like the whole cuffing season thing. Like, what if for some reason you don't get cuffed forever? And then I thought about Tracee Ellis Ross. That awesome speech she gave.
Love her. She's like one of my like number one celebrities that I would love to sit and have a meal with, because she's just like, I don't know, she's just wise but also hilarious and just really confident. She owns everything that she is. I love that. But yeah,
so it's just like there's Tracee Ellis Ross, George Clooney when he wasn't dating like 20-something models. Who else? And there's a whole slew of like celebrities that are single or embrace being single. So I'm just sitting there like, if that's the case, then I can embrace the single life too, which I have been doing.
Aaron's version of like the single life is very different from my version of the single life, which is kind of interesting. Like, he's still on the dating apps and he's still like taking applications, but it's just kind of like a having fun kind of thing. It's just for entertainment purposes. Whereas I'm in a space of like, I don't really want to be entertained by someone that I'm not that interested in, because I just feel like I'll just be annoyed. You can be out of my space. I don't really want to be bothered with you. I don't want to have to entertain you or figure out what you need.
I will say that like there's just like one guy that's like pretty dope. I'm not gonna say names, but he's pretty dope. If something happens there, then I'd be like very excited.
Okay. I think I know who he's talking about.
So but then I realized that like I'm kind of cool, because like on the dating apps I get the messages.
I know. I love being on the receiving end of the messages. It definitely gives you a little boost of like, I still got it. If I wanted it, I could get it if I wanted to, but I'm just not that interested right now.
privilege.
Yeah, this past week was quite interesting for me. I ended a thing that was happening, and that got emotional. And so the cuffing season for me is now at a state of a pause. I was dating someone during cuffing season, and I'm not anymore. And that was my decision. But right now, it's kind of like, well, what happens when Valentine's Day rolls around?
Get yourself young.
No, I'm fine. And actually, that will be during the time that I'll be in New Orleans with Jamie. So it should be just fine. I'll be having fun with Mardi Gras and living it up.
Richelle and our other roommate Jamie are going to Mardi Gras, and I would love to go too, but I don't want to use my PTO just yet because Mardi Gras just seems like a great time for me to like embrace that single life a lot.
You did say one of your resolutions though was to take more weekend trips, so you could at least come for a weekend if you wanted to.
Yeah, I could.
You could. Just putting that out there. Not saying that this is the one that you're gonna, take a weekend trip.
What is kind of dope is me and Olivia, one of like our friends, we are going to like New Orleans Pride. So
okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got really turned up. Oh!
So yeah, I'm going to New Orleans on my own time.
Yeah.
Reclaiming my time.
Reclaiming his time. So yeah, that's basically my motto for 2018 is reclaiming my time, and I'm loving it. So yeah,
definitely. So if you have dating issues or in a relationship or just doing whatever with your dating, leave comments, tell us about it.
Please do. How's your cuffing season going?
Yeah, definitely. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends about Mildly Informed.
Yes. And on a last note, happy MLK Day. Make sure you do something today to honor Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, this is like a pretty dope Monday. A lot of people have it off. I don't. So go ahead, do your things. Let us know about your dating lives in the comments. And
say a prayer for Aaron because he's currently under the weather.
I am.
He gets well.
Like, I don't know if y'all could tell, but I don't think I'm camera ready.
I can, but we're not going to tell him that. He looks beautiful on camera, you guys. All right, so,
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, Mildly Informed.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.